Hey guys, Blythe here, and I'm playing Dungeon Defenders. It's a tower defense RPG. Yes, I think so. Online tower defense RPG. It's playing it on the computer, on the Xbox or anything. And welcome. So yeah, this is a tower defense. So obviously you're playing tower defense, and the objective of the game is to hold off enemies who come through the doors from your crystal. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm currently playing the apprentice class, and this is basically a mage, with spells and sort of magic missile towers, for example. Spell design class. Yeah, so I know what I'm doing, unlike a lot of videos that I've watched. I've already clocked 90 hours on this game since release day. And I've played the tutorial. Like a lot of people, I don't know why they don't play the tutorial. It just amazes me. Um, so I hope you enjoy watching me play this. I'm going to do a let's play of this game through all the levels and such. Probably solo. I might play some co-op with people, but we'll see. So I'm going to be specking as, although I didn't level up, I forgot to level up. Yay, pro. Boom! So the mage uses, or the apprentice, sorry, uses staffs with range missile projectiles, and also has a exploding AoE, you shall not pass move. And yeah, it's very based around towers, not so much about ranged DPS. And as this being an RPG game as well, you can level up your characters and get new armors and equipments and abilities, which I'll just show you leveling up the now. So this is the level up screen. You've got your stats here: hero health, hero damage, hero speed, hero cast rate, and then your towers, speed, health, area of effect and cast rate. Your abilities, which you unlock later at level 5 and level 20, and then resistances against damage. So I'm going to put my points into, or my 1 point into tower health, because your towers start off very squishy at the start of the game. So in these chests here, you get mana, which you can use to build towers. If you look in the bottom left there, the numbers 1 to 6 is my hotkeys, or 1 to 0, sorry, and that's all my abilities. For example, number 6 is what I'm using right now, which is putting down these magic missile towers. They cost of 40 mana. So as you level up, you unlock new towers, new abilities, new weapons, new maps. And the objective is just to, RPG tower defense. Level up your character and play maps to get the scores, beat the high scores. Yeah, so this game fully supports modding as well. They have a modding section of the game where you can just play mod as much as you want, as well as they have this section called Ranked, which is just basically the core game where you're not allowed to mod or anything, and you get events and such, like the Halloween event that's starting soon. So right there I was just repairing my towers without the cost of mana, because they were low on health. So this game is £9–10 on Steam. You can get it on Xbox and PlayStation. I don't know if you can get it on PlayStation actually. On the arcade store. it's an indie game by a company called TrendyNet, or Trendy Entertainment, sorry. They use TrendyNet for post. Yeah, it's like it's based around co-op, which I'll probably show you later. It's 4-player co-op, local and online. So you can play split screen on the computer and on console, which is kind of unusual for a computer. Especially with the controls being a bit awkward. It fully supports gamepads as well if you've got them. And level up. Yeah, so it fully supports like gamepad, but mouse and keyboard's good as well. Yeah, so I've played this for about 90 hours. I've done a lot of stuff, got max level 70 in it, which I've achieved. And didn't even build anything. Yeah, like an RPG game, there is a lot to do in it. There's a lot of weapons to unlock and like farm for, and like pets. You get pets in it, which give you special abilities or do damage for you and such. Like you can get pets that on hit give you mana, or something else like heal you or just do damage. So there's a few unit types I'll talk about. There's these archers here, who are archery, and you also get those wee goblins that you may have seen. They're just sort of the base unit, very weak and just sort of suicide in. You also get big orcs. Well, they're just orcs really. Goblins, archers, elf archers and orcs. The orcs are a lot tougher, sort of tankier, more beefy guys. And they're tanky. You also get ninjas, which are actually, well, I call them ninjas, but they're what do they call it again? Dark Elf Warriors or something. Yeah, so they're quite ninja. They dual wield blades and they jump about and dash and are really annoying. God, this equipment I'm not equipped. I don't know why not. So if I hover over this, it'll tell me it's got one general defense resistance. So I put that on by pressing F. Yeah, so yeah, you also get dark elf mages or something they're called. I don't know. Who heal out their allies, all orcs and everything within them, and they also summon skeletons. Which is really annoying when they summon them behind you and get past your defenses. So I just reached level 3 and unlocked this mage blockade, which is basically a wall. So I put that in front of my towers so they can hide behind it and not take damage while the blockade absorbs the damage like it's supposed to. And the mage blockade has a bonus effect. Enemies who hit it lose resistances. So through this game there are enemies who have resistances to like fire, lightning, poison, and there's another resistance, I can't think of it. And lightning, I don't know if I said lightning, did I say lightning? I don't know. And yeah, so you can't hurt them with like a fire type tower or a fire type weapon if they're immune to fire, obviously. And if they attack the mage blockades, they'll lose that resistance. So yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. You become weak to their towers. Towers can hit them, or your weapons can affect them, or whatever. They're immune to. So right now I'm setting up defences here because enemies are starting to come through these doors now as well. Check. there's no chest left on the map. So this game, once you understand the mechanics, is actually very easy. But obviously it does get challenging as the mobs get harder and there's different tactics to defeating each wave, and so it doesn't become like so easy that you can win everything all the time. And also it's got dynamic scaling, so if you're playing with more people there's more mobs and they're harder and they get more health, more damage and such. No, I'm not sure if they get more damage, but they get more health anyway. And yeah, dynamic scaling, so as to make it harder, and obviously with the more people, well not obviously, but the more people there are, the better the loot is, which means that again it's harder to do. Well, it's debatable. I mean, is it harder to do with more people, but there's also more enemies, and it's kind of a sort of, again, dynamic balancing. But yeah, with more people there becomes better loot, but harder gameplay. Yeah, so that's like later on you'll have to farm. Or no, you don't really have to farm, but to get the best equipment you have to do it with the most people, and it becomes harder and harder. The more people you do, maximum of 4. So again, another wave complete there, not too tricky. Although I've watched a lot of people do Let's Plays and they really don't know what's going on, because they don't play the tutorial. I'm not sure why not, but I'll leave it to them. Yeah, so this is all very easy at the moment because I've done this a million times before. Should have probably played a first Let's Play, I don't know. Oh well. So as you see, I'm just setting up more defences and healing my towers and such. There's not much else to do, because I'm just sort of waiting about. There is the reason this is so easy as well is because I'm playing the Apprentice, which is the easiest class to solo as now. It used to be the Squire, and I've just started flown. It used to be the Squire class, but it's been nerfed into the ground because it was too OP. So yeah, that's not as good as the Apprentice is now. But there are other classes, for example the Huntress and the Monk, which don't get physical like blockades. Like the Huntress places traps like bombs, explosives like poison trap, or sorry, a gas trap, which when enemies walk into it, it stuns them, and a cloud of gas, and you also get proximity mines and a lot of other things. And the Monk is a support type class who gets auras, which when enemies walk into them they have debuffs put on them, I'd say. Like you get a weakening aura, which reduces enemies' strength, basically the damage they do, by a certain percentage. You get a healing aura, which will heal your allies, so that's, yeah, you get ones that benefit your allies. You get a lightning aura, which is their only damage aura, which does damage ticks. They also have like a slow against the enemies, and a couple of other ones, one or two more. Yeah, so they have a few auras, which that makes him very, very, very hard to do as a solo class, because it can really wall off anything, and their damage isn't amazing. Currently, they're a support type class, but they're most underpowered class currently. They need to get buffs or something. But yeah, they're all about supporting allies. That's why they don't really solo very well, because they're support. And there's two more classes that are going to be coming out eventually: Barbarian and Series EV or something it's called. Which I have no idea anything about. They've not released any information on that. But if I was to take a wild guess, I'd say Barbarian is going to be damage based, the type, and the EV is going to be some sort of engineer who is going to have some terror based, like it's some sort of steampunk style terrors or something. But I don't know enough about anything, so I don't know. That'll all be revealed eventually. Sorry. So I just completed the level. It was very, very simple. There's no challenge on that map. You don't get any bosses or anything, so it's very simple. So I'm going to increase the tower health because I just got up to level 6 from that. Jumped up 3 levels from completing that because I got bonuses like no tower core damage taken and stuff. So if we go here, we can check some stats, like treasure chests each round. How many kills I got, what awards I got. Immortal, did not die through the entire match. Invincible, did not take damage after the first wave. I don't know if I got all these, but whatever. Yeah, so you get achievement. I've completed this mission on Insane. That's all the modes: easy, medium, hard, and insane. There's leaderboards. I got 174th. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, that looks hacked. Yeah, that's hacked, I'd say, since it's 400,000 more points in second place. Yeah, I'll say that's hacked. They didn't even try it. Wow. What position did I get in? 107. That's nice. I don't know why I did so well. Yeah, so you can get a lot of stats here. So now I've just click to go at the next level, and I'll split this here in the next episode.